With assault rifles being so versatile, it allows many good options for when it comes to getting headshots. But before we dive into that, we need to set up the right class. Now regardless if you play core or hardcore, we need to be accurate, so as soon as you can, add some recoil control. Next we want to add some ADS speed so we can be snappier to those headshots, and lastly a clean red dot sight to easily aim for the head. To finish the class, I'll often add an extended mag, especially if I'm in core. Which game mode you should pick depends on your playstyle, but also your tolerance to dying. Jumping into Stakeout 24/7 will be the most obvious choice for many. With so many gunfights in the right lobby, you can really rack up the headshots. Although I will say, in a bad lobby full of shotguns, this can literally feel like hell. If you enjoy fast-paced lobbies and don't care about the possibility of dying over and over, or even a negative KD, then this is definitely the quickest choice. If playing Stakeout sounds more like a nightmare to you, then Nuketown could be your best option. It plays a lot slower and allows you to move around without constant gunfights being shoved in your face. Although recently it's playing even slower than normal. This is where Face Off can come into it. With 4 small maps that all play quicker than Nuketown, this could not only be the better and quicker option, but with the map variety it could also be more enjoyable. Lastly, you need to think about whether core or hardcore will best suit you. With a lot of assault rifles being low damage but fast fire rate, this can be perfect for hardcore. Just 1 or 2 bullets will get you a headshot in hardcore, whereas it can take up to 5 in core. That's 5 accurate bullets in the head, or you just got to hope the last bullet is a headshot. The choice is completely down to you. I mixed and matched a little, as 700 headshots is a little repetitive, although the Goblin I think is 100% easier in hardcore and much the better option. Once 100 headshots is done for each weapon, we move on to the special challenges, and a lot of them are the same or similar. For that reason, I won't keep repeating the same tips and tricks. Instead, I'll go down in order, and if any are repeated, I'll just reference the gun before so you can go back and look. Starting easy with the XM4, we have 30 kills shortly after sprinting and 30 kills without taking any damage. For this, I jumped into Nuketown where I could run into areas of cover and then use that to my advantage. You don't need to be sprinting around. What I tend to do is sprint to the cover and then walk around to take out enemies. You do have a good few seconds after sprinting before you're required to get the kill. Now the benefit to Nuketown is you can often take out enemies who aren't looking at you or are involved in other gunfights themselves, meaning this will also count as a kill without taking damage. Or you could do this in hardcore, as pretty much every kill counts as a kill without taking damage, but it will play a lot slower. Next up is the AK, where we need 50 kills with a strategist specialty active and 20 kills with an underbarrel launcher. Start by adding the underbarrel launcher to your AK and then add 3 green perks to unlock the strategist specialty. Jump into hardcore Nuketown, where every time you spawn you will need to hold left on the D-pad to activate the launcher. If you haven't used one before, you will need to aim higher just to compensate for the drop, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. After you've used both of your launcher ammo, you'll then want to pick up some kills, as these will count towards the 50 that are required. Finally, once you complete 20 launcher kills, you can solely focus on getting kills, either by sticking to hardcore or switching back to core. The third AR is the AMES 85, which again requires us to get 30 kills without taking damage and 2 kills without reloading. Like earlier, you could jump into hardcore, as this will work well for both challenges, but like earlier I decided to stick to core, but this time I made sure to be using an extended mag. Nothing changes from the method with the XM4 except to remember not to reload after the first kill, although make sure you do reload after the second if you want the next set of kills to count. The GPR is next, with 30 kills after sprinting and 50 kills while moving. Nice and easy this one. We already have our method when it comes to the sprinting challenge, so as long as we're moving in any direction while shooting, we'll only need 50 kills to complete both challenges. The fifth AR is the Model L, where this time we need 50 kills with Enforcer specialty and 50 kills with a suppressor. Doesn't get much easier than this one. All we need to do is add 3 red perks, giving us the Enforcer specialty, and then add a silencer to our class. All that's required now is 50 kills in the game mode of your choice. Next up is the Goblin, which requires 30 kills without taking damage and 20 kills with a launcher. As we've previously done this with the AK, we won't go over it again, but just make sure you stick to hardcore. The final AR is the AS VAL, where we need 50 kills for the RECON specialty and 30 hipfire kills. Start by adding 3 blue perks this time, giving you the RECON specialty. You then want to create a class that has recoil control, sprint to fire speed and hipfire spread. An extended mag can also really come in handy. For this, I'd recommend jumping into stakeout 24/7, as the smaller the map the better. The closer the gunfights, the easier this will be, but if you do find yourself struggling, start waiting behind doorways. As enemies run around the corner, you'll already be nice and close and expecting the gunfight. Moving on to gold, where as always we're required to get double kills, and I'd recommend sticking to stakeout. There is no better map to complete these challenges just because it's so small. Don't feel you need to sprint around or force gunfights. With 2 to 3 seconds allowed after the first kill, this gives you plenty of time to find your next victim. I like to make sure I'm running an extended mag just in case. There's nothing worse than running out of bullets when there is a guaranteed double kill. Lastly, we're on to the final challenge, which is diamond, where we need 3 kills and 1 life. Many people do this in stakeout, but for me it's just a little too small and unpredictable. This, I like to jump into Nuketown, where it's still a busy map, but I have a lot more control on what I'm doing. There is no hurry or time limit between kills, which means there's no pressure to make plays. Play at the speed that suits you and the lobby that you're in. Every lobby is different, so if it's playing slow, don't go running around hunting for kills. The aim here is to get yourself in as many 1v1 fights or third parties where the enemy can't fight back. Keeping the odds in your favour as a whole will make this a whole lot easier. Well, that concludes the final diamond video. Thank you all to those that have watched, even if it is just this one. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.